What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here, back here for another predicted lineup. Tottenham take on Brighton at the Amex, 7:15 kickoff Sunday evening, and you know where you can catch a live watch long straight on We Are Tottenham TV, as long as well with the post-match fan show. But we've got a predicted lineup to predict. We've got some injuries to worry about. But it's imperative. It really is imperative to get back to winning ways this weekend.
Yeah, it's really a crucial game in our season, actually. If we lose or draw in this game, it could really negatively affect us because there's been such a bad feeling from that Liverpool game, the manner of the defeat, the injuries we got, fights at half-time, all this kind of stuff. We need to put that all to bed. And if we don't, it all festers. You know, it festers in the players' mind, it festers in the squad.
As well with the games around the corner after this game.
Exactly, and people say, Mourinho, toxic, all this kind of this. We just need to a win puts that all to bed. It does, it really does, because it gives a better feeling going to the Chelsea game. So it's imperative we have a good performance and a good result in this game. It really is important.
All right, well, the team news is out. We've got 3 notable injuries. You want to run us through the team news?
So, obviously, Giovanni Lo Celso is a long-term absentee. He's going to be ruled out for this game. Sergio
I really
Reguilon
have started to worry about Lo Celso's constant injuries this season.
Yeah,
man.
It's not been good. It's not a good situation. We need him now. We really need him because we're struggling for numbers all of a sudden in the centre. And like Winks and Sissoko, they're both not cutting the mustard at the moment. So we really need him to come back and provide a good... And also, we're overworking on Ndombele as well. That's also another thing.
Yeah.
He's playing every minute at the moment.
Yeah.
So, we need him back. But he's not going to be back probably till February at some point. Reguilon, which we didn't bring you in our last predicted lineup, he's now out for up to 3 or 4 weeks with a muscle injury, which he got the day after the Wickham game, which he was bench and rested for. So that's a big sense of frustration.
Which he was seen sledding in the snow, attached to a cart.
If that had anything to do with it, then obviously Mourinho must be furious. When child rightly be. Obviously
straight after the Christmas party as well, and not long after.
Yeah, I mean, I hope it's got nothing to do with it for his sake, but he's going to be out for 3 to 4 weeks now. And then now Harry Kane is now out for up to 3 to 4 weeks. Might be even longer, we don't know. Could be 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Because he's got 2 ankle injuries. If one ankle doesn't keep him out of this game, definitely the second ankle does. So he's out for this game.
Things are just getting worse and worse. Not only is one ankle, both bloody ankles.
Both bloody ankles. So we've got to wait for both of them to recover. Apparently one of them is not that bad, but the other one's worse. So... bloody Henderson. But yeah, so we've got some injury problems mounting up for this game. But also the injury problems just mean we'll get into it. We'll get into the line now, actually.
All right, so we're going to go for a 4-2-3-1 formation.
Yeah, I'm undecided whether he was going to go for a 4 or a 3. Part of me thinks he's going to go for a 3 at the back because it worked against Sheffield United and we looked better with a 3 at the back against Liverpool, and also Brighton play 3 at the back themselves. However, their 3 at the back's a bit different to how Sheffield United... it's actually not different to Sheffield United, but it's different in terms of in midfield. They don't have 2, they have a 3 in the midfield and 2 up front. So we played 4 at the back against Brighton last time. So... maybe we're going to revert back to a 4 this time.
Yeah, I kind of feel that this will be the formation just because of how crowded it will be in the centre mid for them, and we need to win that midfield battle, and it's important for us to do that. And I think with Højbjerg and Sissoko in there, with Ndombele dropping back from the number 10 position, I think it's more than likely we will do that.
Okay, so let's get into the lineup.
Let's get into the lineup. In goal, obviously, captain Hugo Lloris made a couple of mistakes against Liverpool.
Imagine he puts heart in. After a couple of mistakes. No.
He's made a couple of mistakes against Liverpool, but I back him to come back stronger than ever in this game. Obviously, world-class goalkeeper.
Lloris has the most secure position in the Premier League, probably. Like, he could make 3 howlers a game and probably still wouldn't be dropped.
Yeah. Left back, there's only one, so it's Ben Davis. Ben Davis comes in at left back.
Don't want to see Doherty there again. So, he has to play. And the worry thing for me is because he's going to have to play a lot over the next, because we have so many games, he's going to have to play a lot over the next few weeks. So unless Mourinho can come up with a solution as to who else he can play there, Davis is going to be playing, he's going to be a bit overworked. So I'm worried he might come up with an injury at some point. But at the moment, he's all right.
Yeah.
So he has to play that game.
The right-back situation is a difficult one because obviously everyone knows what happened with Sergio Aurier at half-time, storming out of the stadium. Rumoured to be a massive bust-up with Jose Mourinho, Hugo Lloris and what have you. Matt Doherty has come in, played left back and right back against Liverpool, but was pretty poor at both positions, and he hasn't really done anything since he's joined Spurs. But we're going to stick with Doherty.
Unfortunately, if it was up to me, I'd do everything I can to get Aurier in the team. But I just have a feeling that with a bust up and another mistake that Aurier made in the first half, he's going to give Doherty a run out. Also, you got to think about the amount of games we're playing and the fact that Aurier is going to have to need a rest at some point as well. So I have a feeling for this game, he's going to go Doherty, see how it goes. If it goes well, he'll stick with him against Chelsea. If it goes badly, as we might expect, then maybe Aurier will come back in for the Chelsea game. But I think for this game in particular, he gives Doherty a run out.
And then the centre-back positions, we're kind of going for a freshen up back two. We're going to put Toby Alderweireld back in there. I believe that he deserves a starting spot anyway for the way he's played this season. I think when you look at it on a whole, I genuinely believe he's been our best centre-back this season.
It was harsh to drop him. It was really harsh to drop him. He wasn't playing badly. I mean, yes, we lost a couple of games, and maybe he looked at himself and think he could have done better.
Now we've only won a couple of games.
But look, the fact is the defence has been better with him in it than with him without it. That's a fact. No one can argue about that. We've won more games with him in the team than without the team. We look better with him in the team. Maybe we can't press as high because his pace isn't there, but maybe if we're partnering with Rodon, it could help that. So that back line, if you look at it, obviously we're going to have Rodon as well. We'll say that.
Yeah, because Jose said Rodon's definitely playing.
Yeah, Rodon. He's already confirmed Rodon's playing.
Joe Rodon's definitely in.
That back line as a whole.
Yeah, so let's just run through that back line with you one more time. That's Hugo Lloris in goal, Doherty right back, Davis left back, with Joe Rodon and Toby Alderweireld at the back. Yeah, does that fill you with confidence?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. But hopefully, because Brighton have been so poor up front, maybe we might get away with it in this game. But that back line doesn't fill me with confidence, especially the fact that Doherty and Davis are just not good at getting back in position when they go. We'll talk about now how maybe we can negate that, because obviously Højbjerg, as you can see on screen, he's going to be coming in obviously. Yeah. But then we're thinking he's going to be partnered by Sissoko.
Yeah, Moussa Sissoko. So I mean,
he comes back in.
Sissoko needs to come in there. You know what I say about Sissoko every time. He covers every blade of grass, full of running, full of aggression. Just lacks a bit of quality. That's the problem.
But with Doherty playing and with Davis playing, hopefully he can go some way to help shoring up a defence if we call our position. Yeah. That's what we're thinking behind.
Do you think that gives Doherty a bit more licence to go forward with Sissoko dropping into that position?
I would hope so. I think hopefully Doherty can. Maybe we go back to what we were doing, what the original plan was. If you remember, the original plan before we signed Reguilon out of the blue was to have the four there.
The
lopsided. Doherty
so
and
Davis
lopsided.
coming into a back three.
Kind of in possession, we have Doherty as a right wing back and Davis comes in for a back three. Then in possession, come back a bit. So maybe we're going to go for that kind of way of thinking in this game. I think that's probably the best way to go.
And then the third man in the centre mid, we're going to play number 10, is Tanguy Ndombele. Like you said, we risk overplaying him, especially with his fitness issues that he's had this season. So I can't see a game where we can't play him at the moment. Look at the games we've got coming up. Tell me a game there that he's not going to play. He has to play every game.
Every game's imperative, isn't it? And
we're
with
Lo Celso out.
Well, Lo Celso out. Lamela not doing it so far. Even though Lamela, he started against Wickham in that central attacking position, so maybe he sees him as that player who can play there as well. But the
quality between him and Ndombele
is night and day, yeah. And we need, he's so important to the way we play. We just need him in this game. We can't afford to take anything for granted. So, we need Ndombele. We need Ndombele, especially for the midfield battle as well.
Yeah. On the right-hand side, we're going for a return to the starting lineup for Gareth Bale.
We are. Mourinho's been talking a bit about how this could be an opportunity for him to really kick on. He obviously played well against Wickham. He came on against Liverpool for 10 minutes. Obviously, he didn't do much, but I don't think he could have done much.
He hardly saw the ball.
Yeah, but Liverpool were just so in control. There's nothing he could have done. Yeah. But I feel like this could be a good opportunity for him to come in and really stake a claim for a starting spot. And I'm confident he can. I'm hoping he can take it. I'm not saying I'm confident. I'm hoping he can take it, and I think he comes in for this one.
And obviously, the only Premier League goal he has got for us is against Brighton.
Yeah, he came on and got a nice header. So I personally would like to see maybe give him a go up front, but I think he's going to go on the right. He's because Mourinho's
exactly.
talking. Yeah, he was talking in his press conference. He's saying that Bale doesn't think his best position is really on the right hand side, and he was asked about maybe if Bale could be used there. He says he's playing on the right hand side because that's where he wants to play, and I think he'll continue to play there.
All right, so the left-hand side, we're going to go for Steven Bergwijn to switch over from the right to the left because obviously Sonny, because Kane's out injured, so we're pushing Sonny up top, Bergwijn out to the left, and yeah.
Well, yeah, look, the only thing to talk about is obviously we think Bergwijn's going to retain his place on the left, and we think what he's going to do is do what everyone has done when Kane's been out and is put Son up front, and by and large it's worked. So is there a reason not to do it? Yes, there is a reason not to do it. We signed a striker. We signed a striker that Jose was begging for in the summer. I've been on record many times to say that I haven't been that impressed with him, even though he's got a decent record of goals and assists in Europa League.
Still deserves a chance, though.
That's the thing. That is the thing.
He hasn't had a crack of the whip. That's the honest truth.
He's played 25 minutes in Premier League football. That's not enough time to prove yourself, and I feel bad for him in that sense. But when I see him against Wickham, right, and he was just shocking. He was just so bad. He couldn't control the football.
But then another games he has been good.
He's been good, but he's been poaching. You know what I mean? He's physical. I think physically he's a good player. I think he can hold off a man, but. When you're in a Premier League, this is the top echelons of world football. You need something more than just physically. You need something good about you. And does he have it? Look, I'm not going to come in and say no because we haven't seen enough.
He scored a great lob against Marine.
He did, and but I just haven't been convinced yet. I personally haven't been convinced. Clearly, Mourinho's not been convinced by the lack of time he's had. So I just think for the time being, we're going to go for Sonny. If it's not working with Sonny, maybe Vinicius will have his run out. Personally, I think Mourinho and Bale are both overlooking the fact that Bale could do a role there, and I think it's a shame that they both see it in a way that they don't think he can, because I think physically, aerially, and in terms of pace and finishing, he has all the attributes to do a job there. Not saying week in, week out and be great, but I'm just saying he could do a job for a few weeks in that role if you have done right. And it's a shame we're not going to pursue that. But Son's always done a job up front. He's always done well when he's had to step up. So I think we're going to go with him again.
All right, so let me run through that team with you one more time. So that's Hugo Lloris in goal, Matt Doherty right back, Ben Davis left back, a middle two of Joe Rodon and Toby Alderweireld, Sissoko and Højbjerg in the middle, with Bergwijn on the left, Bale on the right, Tanguy Ndombele behind Heung-min Son. I'm going 1-0. I think we're going to go for a bit more of a pragmatic approach this game, and I think we're going to nick it by the odd goal, but it's so important to get back to winning ways. What did you go for?
I said 3-1. I'm really hoping that Son can step up in the absence of Kane. I'm hoping Bale can really stamp his authority on the starting 11 and say, look, I'm not just here for a loan deal to pass the time. I'm here to play. I'm here to make an influence. I'm hoping for that as well. And let's hope we can get back to winning ways, because it was a really bad game and bad day just in general last time out. So we need to have a good feeling again.
Yeah, 100%. Well, anyway, that is our predicted lineup. Let me know in the comment section below what you think the lineup's going to be. Do you think we're right? Do you think we're wrong? I mean, recently we've been on a slightly good run of these predicted lineups, haven't we?
Decent.
1 or 2 wrong every game, but it's mainly because of injuries.
In the Liverpool game, if we did the lineup without knowing Reguilon was injured, and without that we would have got it spot on pretty much. So we've got a decent gauge, but we'll see how, because this one's a difficult one to predict, so we'll see how we get on. All right, so that is our lineup. Let me know yours in the comment section below. Like, subscribe and comment, and as always, come on you Spurs!